Welcome back, everybody. Episode 5. How are you both?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good, good,
Tired.
good.
Good. How about you?
Amazing. So, yeah, I'm good, thank you. So today we wanted to talk about top tips around motivation, particularly if you're always feeling like lack of motivation to exercise and move. So we're just going to spend the next 10 minutes talking about our top tips. So, Sarah, you've obviously just got back off holiday. How are you getting back into motivation and back into the swing of things?
Um, for me, it's always going back in with the smallest steps. And I feel like sometimes it's quite easy to think, right, I want to achieve this goal. So I'm gonna go in 100 mile an hour, I'm gonna go in with everything, and then you can't keep that up for longer than a couple of days. So I kind of sometimes maybe go in the opposite way and like ease myself in very slowly. And for me, I would say motivation comes from seeing progress. So like I'm not genuinely a motivated person to do a lot. Um, but once I get started and start to see a little bit of progress, it kind of I think, oh, actually, I'm doing all right there, and that's what motivates me. It's seeing progress. So yeah, for me, I'm going to come in nice and slow. I'm going to up my steps a little bit, maybe think about adding a few more bits of fruit and veg or something like that. Once I've ticked that off, then I'll go to the next step. So for me, very much small steps that seem achievable is my way of feeling motivated and getting myself back into it. What about you
Amazing.
guys? Mm,
Yeah, so I love that, and the fact that you're able to do that, Sarah, is like really good. Like checking in with yourself, like registering how you feel, and I think that comes with time. Like you said, you've probably gone super hard like before, and you've like set yourself up to fail,
mm,
and kind of punishment and things like that. Whereas now you're a little bit further into your journey, you're like, that doesn't work for me. Let's take things steady. How do you measure your, you say their progress. How do you measure your progress in terms of like feeling better and getting motivated?
I would say it's different depending on what I'm wanting to achieve. So at the minute, for me, obviously, I've just been away and I don't think any fruit or veg was consumed at all. I don't think much water was drunk at all. There wasn't much exercise done apart from a bit of dancing in a club. But for
Yeah.
me, it's just little tick boxes like, can I include so many pieces of fruit and veg this week? Yes. And for me, it's more habit based, tracking my progress via habits. So have I managed to get fruit and veg, five fruit pieces of fruit and veg in 5 days a week? Yes, then that's progress. And for me, it's very much habit based instead of goal based. So when I go in goal based and I'm like, right, I want to be able to do this by this date. If I don't get that goal, then my motivation's gone, if that makes
Mm.
sense. Whereas if I go in more with a habit, so I want to be eating so many pieces of fruit and veg, I want to be training this many times a week, I want to be getting this many hours sleep. It just seems like it's easier for me to track and easier for me to see if I'm achieving that than going in with just like an achievement goal by a certain date. I don't know if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. I think it's like the detachment from the outcome almost, isn't it? Like the
Yeah.
like not being so attached to the actual result. Because I think for me, you're not going to be motivated to do what you do 100% of the time. Like you're obviously only human and you have days. I've had one today where I'm like, I plan to go to the gym and then I'm like, do you know what? I just ran out of energy for the day. And I was like, I won't do that, but I'll do maybe like a home workout instead. And like you say, just breaking it down. And I was like, I'll start off just doing 20 minutes. And then actually, once I did the 20 minutes, I was like, right, okay, I can keep it going for a
Yeah.
little bit longer. But just like that mental block of it only being 20 minutes, I was like, right, okay, I can do that rather than me not doing anything. But I think, and for maybe people that are listening to this as well, I think sometimes where people can go wrong is I suppose it depends what you're motivated by as well, and everybody's motivated by different things. But if your main motivator to get you to the gym or to get you to move or to get you to be more intuitive with your eating, whatever it is, if that's always focused around weight loss or for an aesthetic look or whatever, that's only ever, I think, or in the past for me, that's only ever got me so far. Like, is that going to really get me there on the days where I cannot be bothered absolutely not. It's more the benefits around, I know what exercise gives me, that motivates to get me there. I know that my mood's going to improve after, that motivates to get me there. Like, I think that's probably where I had a bit of a shift of, I was probably focusing on the wrong thing to get me there at the times when I needed to kind of dig deep and just go.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think it all depends on what point of your journey you're at. There's so many different ways of getting motivated. Like, you know, to put it out there to people, sometimes a motivator would be not to let a friend down. So if you want to do things as a team effort and you're like, right, we're going to go for a jog, or we're going to book on a Zumba class, or going to just meet my friend at the gym, the motivator is just to go for that showing up for your friend rather than the social aspect. And then once you're there, you obviously can cheer each other on, whatever activity you decide to do. Also, as well, like the motivator at the beginning would be, maybe if you're at your early stages of your journey, you might want to book like an actual, if it's a fitness goal, or you want to be more intuitive with your eating, to actually book like a mini race. Or, you know, I definitely needed some goals across the year to get me started at that beginning point. And then hand in hand, if you're training or you're doing more activity, you want to eat better, you want to look after yourself. You know, you can't perform good if you haven't got the right nutrients, the right energy. So I think that kind of coincides with it. And also as well, like once you get a little bit deeper and then you start having the days where you can't be bothered, or you might be feeling a little bit hormonal and things like that, that's when habits come into place, and like prep and success, like looking at your planner, what days am I going to be training today, the night before, get your outfit out, like all those things, and just making it so easy for yourself to like just put your trainers on and do it. Or, you know, whether it's even just being motivated to do housework or cleaning, if you schedule out time and you know you're doing it, then you're like, right, okay, I'm in that mindset, I'm doing it. But if you try and do loads of things all at once, then you're not prioritizing what's actually important to you. And I think that's where you can become demotivated, because everything just gets on top of you and nothing's got a place, and it can get quite overwhelming.
Yeah. And I think what you were saying then about having everything in place, so it means in an evening you have to spend 20 minutes just getting everything ready, but then the next morning you want to take the path of least resistance. Like if it's going to take if it's going to need effort in the morning, you're not going to do it. Whereas if you've got that ready for you, your outfit's out, your breakfast is prepped, you're literally ready, so you can get up and be out the door to go to walk, run, gym, whatever. It's got to be the easiest possible route for you to do, or your brain's going to find a way.
It's you just saying that is like, it's been me today. So like I prepped breakfast, because obviously had busy weekend like everyone does. I prepped breakfast and I prepped my midday meal, but I didn't take any snacks with me to work. I was in the office today and work in town, and you know, and I was like, oh, you know, I'll go get some fruit from Marks and Spencer or whatever that looks like. But because I didn't have it in the office with me, and it was like, if it's there, I'm just going to eat it because I've already prepped it. But I'm walking past the bakery, I'm walking past this, I'm walking past that. And when you're in that hunger moment where you want something, those things look so much more appetizing. And I'm not saying that they're, you know, no food is good or bad. They've all got value and nutrition and a need in some way. But if you're doing that every single day and you're making choices that doesn't fall in line in what you want to achieve, then you are going to be feeling demotivated, because you're going again into that punishment mindset. So like you said, Sarah, 100%, 15 minutes when you're absolutely tired tonight to get yourself feeling prepared for tomorrow is just going to be an absolute game changer.
I always think as well, you never regret doing it. Like you don't get up in the morning and then go, oh God, why did I prep that breakfast yesterday? You think, thank God I did that. Like you never regret doing it. It's just, And sometimes it's like, and I have to do this quite a little bit, where it almost comes down to that self-discipline. And sometimes it is just a case of like, right, I'm sitting and thinking about every single excuse to not do it. I need to kind of just do it and get out of my head and have a bit of a word with yourself at the times where it's a bit appropriate, like, come on, stop making excuses, just do it, kind of thing.
Because those
And the 10-minute
conversations.
rule works well. Like if I, yeah, and I tell myself like just do it for 10 minutes. Like go and out for a walk for 10 minutes. And then by the time you get out for 10 minutes, you think, oh, actually, I'm having a lovely time.
I'm enjoying myself.
But in your head, you have to like trick yourself into it. Like, just go for 10 minutes. And if you're not enjoying it after 10 minutes, you can come back. But actually, I'll start my workout. If I do my warm up and I'm not enjoying it, I'll come home. But actually, once you get into your warm up and the endorphins start flowing, you feel great for it. And like you said, you don't regret it. There'll definitely be workouts or times when you'll think, God, like that was not a great workout. Like, I don't really know what I did. I just messed around for an hour or whatever. But you're still glad you've got yourself there and there's still that moment of it. So I'd definitely say I like the 10-minute rule.
Yeah,
just do it 10 minutes and see how you feel.
I think those conversations that you have in your head in a battle waste more time, and you could actually have just got it done. Like you said there, Katie, like, shall I do it? Shall I do it? It's like, just do it. And then those conversations are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I hope that helps. Anyone that has listened this evening, we'll send it out to our ladies, and yeah, we will catch you in the next one.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.